Hello and welcome to another video. I am joining you guys from this beautiful summer weather we're having here in South Africa in my hometown, should I say more like home village. A small little tiny place in the middle of nowhere in South Africa called Hogsback. So I grew up here and it was quite an adventure growing up here. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. But we arrived in South Africa 10 days ago and arrived in Cape Town, and after a 15-hour flight, arrived in Cape Town, hadn't slept all night, and met up with some friends I was super excited to see. And we went out for a lovely little tapas dinner, and it was really nice. This little supper club place where everybody can take a turn to cook whatever meal. So it was a Spanish evening, which was really fun. So lots of little tapases to nibble and share, and that was an awesome way to start the journey. And then the next morning, after literally not having slept very much, decided to wake up at sunrise to go and have a dip in the ocean before leaving it for a little while. And absolutely beautiful sunrise, had a nice swim there, and then did a little shop, and then we all jumped into the car together and drove out to the Cedarburg, which is literally one of my favorite places on earth. It's just like so much space, huge big rocky mountains, and just fynbos everywhere. Fynbos means like fine bush, which is just like this insanely diverse amount of shrubbery that grows around the Western Cape and the Karoo area, and absolutely beautiful little rivers. And we spent 2 nights there with 6 friends, which was so much fun. 5 girls and my boyfriend Emil, and we spent loads of time just relaxing by the river. Saw a snake, which kind of cruised around the camp a little bit creepily. Not a massive fan of snakes, but anyway. And went for little short walks because it was really hot. Swam in the river and just ate and chatted and had a super nice time. That was just really nice to unwind, slow down and relax. Zero internet, zero Wi-Fi, and yeah, just super chilled. So that was awesome. And then after that, myself and Emil, my boyfriend, and one of my friends, Sean, we hopped into the car and we drove towards my mum. So she lives like 17 hours drive away from Cape Town, so decided to break up the journey, and we went to stay in this really secluded, absolutely beautiful place near Lanesburg. And there was this hot tub which they filled up with a hose pipe and then lit a fire and basically just heated up the water, and we just lay in this hot tub looking out at the stars. And I think I saw about like 6 shooting stars that night, making lots of wishes for 2023 and all the exciting things that I have up my sleeves for this year. And yeah, just took it really slow, really easy, made some food on the fire, and yeah, just absolutely freaking gorgeous view. Just woke up in the morning with like all the big glass sliding doors in front, just looking out at the mountains. It was literally incredible. Super nice experience. And then from there we hopped in the car again and did another 4-hour drive to a really tiny little weird little quirky little village where I used to spend some time with one of my university friends, and she has a house there now that I kind of saw when she was starting to build it. She basically turned a shed into this absolutely beautiful house. And this town, I mean, it's definitely not a town, this village is super tiny. I think there's like 80 people who live there. So there's this really interesting artist who used to live there, born in 1897, and she created this amazing installation in her house and her garden. So it's called the Owl House, and just loads and loads of really interesting statues created out of cement and glass. So she had a really troubled childhood and growing up there, and it was kind of all a little bit weird. So she used to want to try and bring brightness and light into her life by crushing loads of different colored glass. So she would make all these sculptures and always include glass eyes or glass, dresses, and inside her house she basically covered all of the walls with crushed glass. So in her pantry where one would have food, she has a whole bunch of different kinds of coarseness of crushed glass and lots of different colors. And inside her house is just kind of super creepy, interesting and weird, but just you just feel this creative energy that she just couldn't help spreading all over her house and literally every inch of where she lived. And yeah, pretty incredible. Emil did get stung by 3 wasps, so he wasn't massively impressed. But other than that, it was really nice to kind of go back there and see this interesting place. And then, yeah, spent some time with my friend Joanne there, which was so nice. We used to have exhibitions there when we were in university, which was loads of fun and brought back loads of memories being there with her. From New Bethesda, we hopped back in the car and took a long ride. I think it was about 5.5 hours to Hogsback, which is where I'm standing now in this supposedly summer weather. And we actually took a wrong turn and ended up going on this like ridiculously long, really bad dirt road. Don't know how that happened. And absolutely beautiful, gorgeous scenery, but took us a really long time to get there. And then, yeah, met up with my mum, which is so nice. I haven't seen her in 3.5 years, and she is turning 80 on Monday, so that's very exciting. And yeah, just wanted to come up here and spend a bit of more time with her, catch up with her, and we went to do some shopping for her because it's quite far from local shopping. There's like a few tiny little places where you can do some shopping here, but not a whole lot fresh stuff here. And to be honest, it's loads better than when I grew up here. There's literally one shop with hardly anything in it, and now there's one shop with a decent amount in it, but not a whole lot. Anyway, so we did a trip for her, dropped off Sean at the airport, so in East London, which is about a 2-hour drive from here. So as a kid, I always used to, about once a month, we'd get in the car and drive there and do like your month's grocery shopping and just buy whatever you needed. So when I say rural, like in South Africa, rural, it's quite in the middle of nowhere. So growing up here in this really like eco-conscious little village, we didn't have a lot, and we kind of made do and you know, rather than throwing it away, we'd fix it and make do, which was great and taught me a lot of resourcefulness. And I think I do definitely appreciate that I learned a lot of that. I really had this like desire to explore the world and wonder like, what's over there? So that really led me to really want to explore, but it was really quite challenging because the rand is worth not a whole lot, and so whatever I could save up didn't go very far. But to go explore the world, because literally I'm not joking, going to Greece, I used to look at pictures in books and magazines and be like, wow, that's like going to the moon. It was just like totally unachievable to me, and I just had a very small idea of what I could do, and then being able to explore was just like beyond incredible, and so many possibilities opened up for me. And yeah, I managed to have so many interesting experiences that I could never have had if I'd stayed here in the village my entire life and be doing the same thing that I had been doing then. And yeah, so it was just so interesting kind of being back here now and feeling like remembering my mindset and where my head was at living here and the things that I've done and managed to accomplish and achieve. Like right now, I run my entire business online, 2 businesses, my entire jewelry business and then my whole coaching jewelry designers business online. And when I was at university, I still hadn't even learned how to use a computer, because we had this antique computer growing up that literally used to crash every 5 minutes and just say, sorry, I performed an illegal error. And you'd be like, what? And so I had to like ask my classmates to write my essays for me, and it was just like, technology was terrifying for me. Trust me, I had no clue. Like, sending an email was literally about all I could do. And now, like, I use multiple programs, apps, you know, creating YouTube channels. Yes, I do definitely have help from my lovely, amazing boyfriend Emil, but he's taught me so much throughout just being chucked in the deep end, teaching at an international school. I had to learn, like, there's so much that I've developed, whereas before living here, I just really thought, oh my god, never know, and just didn't even try. But just, you know, opening myself up to these new experiences really allowed me to see what's possible. So that's kind of the message I want to leave you with from this video, is that no matter where you are and what you think is possible, you are so possible of doing anything you put your mind to. And that is really something that I have learned doing homeschooling, being responsible for my own education most of the time. You know, my mom had responsibilities as well. Sure, she helped me, but you know, a lot of it was left up to me to do and take that initiative and just slowly kind of explore the world and see where it takes me. And I am now back visiting, and it's super surreal and amazing. And yeah, I hope that you can also go out and follow those dreams that you want to do. And if running a jewelry business is something that you're super passionate about and you really, really want to do, you can totally do it. Just choose the things that you need to focus on, build those up. And I have an entire course where I teach you everything if you're interested in that. There's a link down below. But also feel free to reach out to me, have a chat. In fact, I'm about to hop on a call with a potential student for the CSA course now, and just go over things and get a chat and get a feel for each other and see if it's something you're interested in. But that's it for me for now, and I'll join you next week from who knows where, somewhere beautiful in South Africa. So sending you so much love, and see you next week. Bye!